all start teaming up and beating the shit out of this monster. It doesn't look like it's doing much damage at all. Well, I mean, it looks like it's doing damage, but not enough to stop it. So then he's going to play a song, and apparently they've ripped open so many holes in this monster by now that the sound doesn't come out right. So they basically stopped it from being able to do any killing and taking of souls and eating them. So the monster gets all pissed off and starts trying to kick mountains and shit, and then they end up beating the hell out of it and saving everybody. You learn. I'm just summing up here. You really need to go watch the episode and check it out because it's so much more amazing than how I'm describing. I cannot possibly do it justice. But the funny part is, yeah, they beat the monster. Everybody's like so impressed, and then the dust clears, and they realize that the building that they were having the conference in, as well as 2 mountains, are completely gone because, like always, Fairy Tale overdid it. So the episode ends with everybody pretty much chasing after the Fairy Tale people, after Erza, Gray, Natsu, Lucy, Happy, and Master Makarov. So, yeah. The next episode, look forward to that because you're going to see the fight between Erza and Natsu. So that's definitely something to look forward to. Even though and there's a big surprise kind of twist in episode 9. So look forward to that. And the next arc coming up after is going to be really, really cool because I think that starts up the introduction of what an S-rank mage is. So you get introduced into what an S-rank mage and S-rank jobs are. So that's going to happen soon. Yeah, Gray knows what arc I'm talking about already. Alrighty, so for these 2 episodes, let's go through and get our ratings. Alright. Charle, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Elfman.
Thumbs up.
Erza.
Thumbs up.
Gray.
Thumbs up.
Happy.
Up.
Lisanna.
Uppity up up.
Loki.
Thumbs up.
Mira.
Thumbs up.
Alrighty, and what is one thing you liked or didn't like about this set of episodes? Charle.
I liked when Happy finally remembered what he was supposed to tell Lucy, and then she starts, beating crap out of him, then she's like, oh my god, and praising him when they actually figured out why.
Bowing down and apologizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Happy's reply to that too. He's like, okay, I look forward to your apology. And hands her the key. I was like, that's great. Happy is so
random,
just whimsical. I was going to say Happy is just so happy because there's no other real way to describe Happy. But
Happy lives in Happy Land.
He does. Elfman.
I liked a lot of it. It was all good to me.
No. Like I said earlier, they're all in his head. They're not actually real.
Oh, okay. So, Elfman, let's try that again.
Yeah, I liked everything about him. I really did. It's hard to pick something about it.
Okay. Erza.
I'm going to go with Elfman on that and say that everything was good, and I don't like to show favoritism towards things in episodes.
Alright, Gray.
I like Natsu's face when Happy says, Gray should take over now.
Yeah, it was really, really funny. I love that. Happy.
I hated the fact Robert Downey Jr. wasn't in it.
Me too! I love that man. I've got Downey syndrome bad.
Actually, he was. He was in this episode.
You're such a liar!
You're such a liar!
Such a liar!
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was one of the random guild members.
I liked how derpy Happy was.
Isn't that the same thing you say all the time?
Yeah, no, but this time it was really derpy. He was just like, okie dokie. And I love how he pulled a Where's Waldo with Natsu.
No. I mean, not Happy wasn't quite so derpy. If anybody was derpy, honestly, it was Natsu. Because Natsu didn't realize what was happening with his flames and Aragorn's wind. And Happy's sitting there describing climate shift, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Happy's smart! Right, it's crazy. For acting like such an idiot, Happy's pretty smart sometimes. Lisanna.
I think my favorite part had to be in the first of the 2, where Lucy's just like, we should probably go back, and then Happy's like, you actually want disobey her orders?
Erza, you actually want to disobey Erza? Oh my god! And then she's like, that reply made her like not want to, and then she's like, Happy turns around and says, "Oh, you change your mind too easily." Loki.
I liked all the facial expressions in these episodes, especially how scared they all feared of Erza, and I know personally because Erza's almost killed me before. I fear her myself, and basically,
maybe you shouldn't hit on her.
It's not my fault. It's an impulse. I have to hit on every girl I come across.
That's okay. It's an impulse for her to beat you in the face every time you do it.
Hey, everybody has their own ways of things.
Loki, her punching you through a wall is not her version of flirting.
Really?
Dreams have just
In
been
man
crushed.
language, no means yes.
Yes.
So wait. Are you saying you're actually trying to communicate with him in man language?
No.
All right.
Where did you read this
so
at?
yes,
Oh,
you
wait.
are. Awesome.
What crazy book did you read this at?
But you said no means yes.
I said
So-
in man language, no means yes. In woman language, no means get the fuck away from me before I castrate you.
That's
It's
a
a
big
good.
word.
It's a good thing I can run fast.
Good day to die.
But anyway, I still liked all the facial expressions, like how Gray responded to Virgo, and how Natsu responded to when Happy said, "Let's let Gray take control." All the facial expressions were funny.
All right, Mira.
I like the ending of the last episode where, like, they finish being a lullaby demon and everything is completely destroyed without them even trying to destroy it.
Doesn't that always happen?
Yeah. Alrighty. If it came down to it, anime versus manga this week, what do you think won? Charle.
Anime.
Elfman.
Anime.
Erza.
Manga.
Gray.
Anime?
Happy.
Animania.
Lisanna.
How to say the anime?
Loki.
Anime.
Mira.
Anime, I guess.
Alright. And that will wrap us up for the anime recap, and we are going to move on to our new segment. Alright, so our first segment we're going to start with is Cooking with Elfman.
Oh yeah. Well, today on our premiere episode of Cooking with Elfman, I'm going to explain to you how to make food for Natsu. And yes, I mean flaming food. Do. If you've ever seen Natsu eat, you've always seen him chowing down something that's on fire. Have you ever wondered how they actually prepare that? Well, one of the main ways, and I doubt the managers actually use this, but you douse it, cover it in alcohol, and light it on fire. Now, a less drunky way to do this is to slather in linseed oil. Now, the reason why linseed oil is used is because it's a highly oxidant oil, and if it's exposed too long by itself, it will literally catch itself on fire.
Sounds
So-
awesome.
Which is what Natsu wants, right?
Yes, exactly. He would drink this stuff on a daily basis if necessary.
Does he drink lighter fluid too if you just add a match to it?
Yeah, if you could. That's another way if you want to do that. But it's a little deadly for actual people. Food or daily cooking routine. Try that out. Linseed oil is completely safe. It really, really is.
Yeah,
I have to come up with something better next time.
Oh, Elfman, don't forget. I think next week you should teach us how to prepare your fried rice.
Oh hell yeah! It is so tasty.
Alrighty. So, yeah, we are now going to move on to Charle, who has a bit of magical education for us.
Okay. On the first episode of Charle's Educational Magic, I'm going to cover Lucy's magic. Her magic is a holder-type magic known as the Celestial Spirit Mage. In the anime and the manga, we see her carrying around a belt, and her belt holds her keys, her celestial keys, and her whip that ironically has a heart on the end of it.
There's no love in that whip.
Oh, you would know, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucy's magic works by using keys that open gates to the celestial spirit world. Now, there are two types of keys. The gold keys, which are zodiac keys, and the silver keys, which are minor keys. The gold keys are rare, and the silver keys are more common and can be bought in a shop. The mage must first make a contract with the celestial spirit, but on several occasions, Lucy has asked to have the contract made at a different date. She also treats her celestial spirits as friends and fights with them. Now, if a celestial spirit mage gets arrested or releases the spirit or dies, the contract can be void, and the celestial spirit mage can no longer call that celestial spirit. Now, the celestial spirit has to obey certain rules, and the only rule that we know of is that the spirit cannot indirectly or directly kill the mage that they have a contract with under any circumstances, or they will not be allowed to return to the spirit world, and will remain in the human world until they die. When the celestial spirit gate is closed, both parties, meaning the celestial spirit and the celestial mage, must agree on closing the celestial gate. Although the celestial mage can force a gate closed, but it's not very common. Now, sometimes the spirit can summon themselves, as we have seen Loki, who has summoned himself many times. Virgo has summoned herself once, and so has Gemini and I can't say his name. Horologium?
The clock guy, right?
Yeah, the one that she rides in. And to wrap this up, Lucy currently holds 10 out of the 12 zodiac keys: Aquarius, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius, Leo, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, and Capricorn. She also holds 5 of the silver keys: Crux, Horologium, Lyra,
Blue.
Yeah, Plu and Kalem.
You had to know the relationships between different celestial mages and all that too. Between different celestial spirits, like Aries and Leo are technically together, as are Scorpio and Capricorn.
My precious Aries.
Well. Scorpio and Aquarius.
No, not Capricorn, Aquarius. That's what I mean.
Yeah, Aquarius constantly reminds Lucy that she has a boyfriend, and don't call me because I'm going out with my boyfriend for 3 days.
Yeah.
You know, something that's
the best moment ever was when in the current arc, Aquarius and Kana have like the exact same personality, and they were like facing off with each other. And I'm not kidding when I say face, because they were like inches apart from each other, screaming at each other. It was hilarious. Oh my god! Can't wait till we get to that. Till you guys get to that part in the anime. That's gonna be fun.
You know, there's one thing that I always wondered. You know, being a celestial spirit myself, I don't have enough time to ask this question, but what do you think Aquarius thinks? Like, if one time she decides to overdo it and accidentally kills Lucy, what is she going to do then?
She would never actually kill Lucy. She just wanted to maim her. Alright, so that wraps us up for Charle's Magical Education, and we are going to move on to our last segment, which is Reedus' Gallery, hosted by Lisanna.
The picture I've picked out for today, after a good amount of looking through the galleries, is titled Fairy Tale, Natsu x Lucy. Now, the picture itself is absolutely adorable. It's a picture of Lucy giving a slightly reluctant Natsu a hug, and then you've got little Plu in the middle, looking like, I can't breathe, get me out of here. But what I'm really enjoying about this is they didn't use really strong, overbearing colors. The pink isn't too strong, the red isn't even like a full red. Everything's toned down to give it a softer, nicer looking look. Just kind of brings the picture together. What's really cute is just the expressions and the way that they put things together, actually trying to make it look a little more lifelike by having the hair